Let us watch latest MKBHD video.
All right, so if you've been online in the past week, you've probably had some headline cross your path or in some way been recommended to watch the video about the greatest scam in the history of the creator economy or whatever else it's being called. And it's actually kind of an incredible story. It's around one of the biggest
Yeah, Honey managed to do the impossible. They just, stole so much money from these influencers, big influencers, that even they didn't know. They were just happy. There were no restrictions with the way they do the promotion, and even the product seems to be free. That should have raised at least some red flags, right? No product is truly free, and they should have been asking these questions like, where does the money come from? You know, how is Honey making the money if they are just. And some people like Austin Evans has mentioned, he believed that they were taking some cut from these affiliates, but he didn't know that they were snatching that whole thing. And how the fuck do you think that they're only taking some cut? How is that even possible to take some cut? It's either fully taking your affiliates or taking nothing. There won't be some cut from the affiliate, right? How can be that dumb? Yeah.
biggest YouTube sponsors ever. It involves almost every high profile creator that I can think of, including myself. And it kind of came out of nowhere, surfaced by a creator called Megalag. And
Yeah, that original Megalang video was so detailed, and I can't watch for that part 2.
yeah, that is me in the thumbnail. So you're probably wondering how we got here. So let's just break this down. It's all around this company.
Yeah, this year is not this year has not been good for MKBHD. And there were like so many controversies that he was in. Back with that what is called that the rabbit R1, or maybe that other thing, what is that thing called? I don't even remember the name. The puck thingy with that AI thing, that one, and the panels app, and the recent, you know, speed motor racing, that he done in the school district area, uh, where the speed limit was 30 and he was going at 85, 90 miles per hour. Yeah, this year has not been good for him.
Company/product called Honey. And if you somehow haven't heard of Honey up until this point, here's what it claims to be. And I'm specifically using that phrasing. It's what it claims to be. Honey is a free browser extension that claims to find you the best coupon codes at checkout when you're buying things online. That's the pitch. So, you're checking out some online purchase and there's that box to input coupon codes. So you go to checkout on Amazon or Best Buy, whatever it is. And if you have Honey installed, you hit apply Honey at checkout and it goes through its huge database of all the coupon codes it knows about and applies the best ones there to save you the most money on your purchase.
Yeah, even I've installed Honey at the time, thinking that it might help with the coupons, but I quickly thought that it was of no use for me, because usually there won't be any fucking coupons in Amazon, other than the ones they are already showing. Like, they will show you the offer and that's it. There won't be any coupons. And in India, it's very difficult, right? The market is almost consolidated. Either you buy from, it's like a duopoly right now. Either you buy from Amazon or from Flipkart. That's it, the online shopping. Now there are new players like from the grocery business thing, the quick e-commerce stuff like Swiggy, Instamart, or Blinkit, or Zepto, all of these guys stepping in. But for the normal e-commerce stuff, it's still duopoly, man. Amazon or Flipkart. They even started selling the motorcycles, the bikes on both of them. They just captured so many markets. They just tapped into so many markets. It just makes sense to buy from them. And yeah, so I ended up deleting that extension because it was of no use for me. I usually Indians won't. At least I was not shopping from the other third-party websites or other websites other than Amazon or Flipkart. So it was of no use to me. So when I was switching browsers or when I felt that it's not useful for me, either I didn't install in the first place in the new browsers or I just removed it from my existing one. So I never used the Honey. Yeah.
Seems great. It's one of the most popular browser extensions of all time. It has 17 million users in the Chrome extension.
17 million users is huge, man. And these extensions, they just install it once and they'll just forget about it, and just Honey will just snatch money from, without even people realizing it. They'll just snatch it from these influencers. And the other part is like they are just pushing you for the low discount coupon things. That's the second part
Extension
of the
store as
Honey
of right
scam.
now. It's insanely popular. And they, for years, have also had a massive budget to pay
And
creators.
I've seen that there used to be even bigger figure than the 17 million, before the Mega Likes video. I believe it was 19 or 20 million, and now it's 17. It's amazing to see how one YouTube video can influence millions of people to uninstall.
In the Chrome extension store as of right now. It's insanely popular. And they, for years, have also had a massive budget to pay creators as well to run ads on YouTube. So they have also become one of the biggest, one of the most proliferating, prominent. They've been one of the biggest YouTube sponsors of all time. And one thing about being a YouTube creator, and I can attest to this, is sponsors in general are very important to the business, but can also be very difficult to work with all the
Yeah, that should be your first red flag, right? No company, no sponsor will give you the absolute freedom,
all the time. And so if
They're
there is a
giving you that
sponsor
should
that
be
comes
one of the
around and
red
starts
flags.
doing ads, that is
You just have to think about why are they so much friendly to us? Sometimes if it seems too good to be true, it's too good to be true, man.
very easy to work with and just gets it, like just lets the YouTuber do their thing, very lenient. Word about that gets around. And so I'm about to talk about all the horrible things Honey did in a second, but if you want to give them credit for in the Mega Lag video, he goes
fucking graph, man.
over it. Apparently there were
billions of views, apparently billions of views. Okay. And I think the biggest creator, so-called, I think it is Mr. Beast at the top, I believe.
Hundreds of creators across billions of views across all the videos they advertised in, including
yeah.
Hundreds of creators across billions of views across all the videos they advertised.
Mr. Beast, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the Mr. Beast things, and the second one is H3 podcast by H3 podcast, and the third is Linus Tech Tips, man. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth, the oversimplified. Matt Stone, that looks even PewDiePie, John Trant. So many people, man.
Advertised in, including 3 of my own. More on that later. But unfortunately, there are 2 major, extremely shady things that Honey.
They just tapped into this YouTube. It's just so sinister, you know. They know that they are going to steal the money from the YouTubers, and they just and they use the very own YouTubers. They just gave them some money to help build their users, you know, to steal from the very ones who helped you bring your users. You know? That's just so fucking nefarious on so many fucking levels. It's just, you know, it's almost like impressive, you know, they achieved this.
Has been doing this entire time. One of them kind of behind the scenes, and the other just in plain sight. So the first thing had to do with affiliate codes. So now, again, if you spent a lot of time online, you've probably heard about these a lot. But if you haven't, the way this generally works is if I'm a creator and I make a video about a product and I have an affiliate link to that product and you click it and then go through the checkout and buy the product, I will get a small kickback for referring you to that sale, almost like a car salesman will get a referral or a.
I can't think how they must have felt after seeing that Galax video at the start. Like, they must have been like so mad. How the fuck can they do this to me? How the fuck they can steal from me while at a time using me to help build their audience? Yeah, man.
A real estate agent
Wild
gets a
stuff.
referral. Same idea. And you can even sometimes see the little affiliate code up in a URL bar when you're clicking on them and checking out. It's very common. This is how they're supposed to work. Now, there's lots of other complicated dynamics and variables even within that system. But the bottom line here is lots of online retailers have affiliate programs and encourage people to use them. But Honey, the thing about Honey is they were always the last step before checkout for basically every online purchase that the people who've installed it are making. So if you went to click on that.
Yeah, that was one more interesting thing. Sorry for the dogs barking. They're not my dogs. They're just barking in the society. Yeah. Interesting, you know, making sure you're the last one. The time of checkout. The Mega Links video explains it pretty well, like how they use all the techniques to make sure they get the final click. If you are, if the even the, another example is that if they didn't find any coupons, they'll just put something like OK or something like a box, and if you click, even if you click that OK, they will just put their affiliate in the cookie. So nefarious. And if they put and sometimes they'll put like, yeah, you want to check out using PayPal, even though there is that PayPal checkout option that from the website, you click over there, boom, instantly they'll just snatch that affiliate revenue. Yeah, man, it's just planned. It's like a pretty well planned thing. Yeah, and even it's not like the shady thing is that as the MKBHD explains shortly. Even they knew it, PayPal knew it. Maybe that's why they bought it. Yeah, they were doing it everything openly.
That link in a video and even click a creator's referral code, no matter what, if you click apply Honey at checkout, get revenue for the sale on every site, every time, no matter who actually referred you. But like I said, there's two things. So then number two, okay, so think about this. If you are an online.
Yeah, the second thing, even that was open. You know, that was on a podcast, but people don't notice this stuff. You know, they just openly said in the podcast. Well, they were talking with their partners. So the so-called honey partners, you know, if you are a business and if you are you can directly partner up with honey, and they were just blatantly saying that, yeah, if you partner with us, we have so many users, we will just direct you to the least coupon, like amount of coupon that is available, you know. So that way you won't lose the money and people won't scour on the internet. If you have given out the coupons earlier, you would still be okay.
Retailer, you actually don't really like Honey, right? Like this is a web browser extension that a bunch of people have that every time they buy something from your site, it like goes through and makes sure that they apply coupon codes, which takes away from your bottom line and makes sure you make less money. So it's not their favorite thing in the world, just by default. So Honey, with all of this leverage, they would go around trying to convince stores and online retailers to partner with them. And one of the key benefits of partnering with Honey was that you get to choose which coupon codes show up in Honey's database for all of its
Yeah,
users.
that's like straight up lying, man. You are not true to your users. Okay, scam.
So that means if there's a 20% coupon code and a 3% coupon code, you're definitely going to make sure only the 3% coupon code shows up for Honey users by default. So this specific doublespeak, I think, is worthy of using the word scam, because we use that word kind of loosely these days, but this sort of doublespeak of out of one side of your mouth, you're telling customers you should use Honey because it can make sure you get the best deals and coupon codes whenever you check out. And on the other side of your mouth, you're telling retailers you should partner with Honey because you can prevent customers from getting the best deals and coupon codes when they use Honey. They can't both be true. It's basically Honey going up to these stores and being like, hey, just give us 3%, give us 5% commission on your sales, and we'll make this coupon code problem go away. That double messaging is the core of why Honey is being called a scam. It's because you have to be lying to one of those sides.
Yeah. And they were lying to the users, seems. Right.
To make any of this work. And I'll give you a hint. They're lying to users. So they are stealing from creators and journalistic outlets, anyone that uses affiliate codes, by poaching their affiliate revenue. And they are clearly not giving the best coupon codes and discounts to users because of the way they operate. I think, obviously, if I had known any of this, I never would have worked with Honey, and neither would the creators who did, but clearly nobody knew about this. Nearly
Apparently,
being super easy to work
Linus was
up front.
butthurt because Megalag mentioned him and he felt that he singled out Linus Tech Tips. He just mentioned him that even though apparently Linus Tech Tips was the only guy that knew about this beforehand, and he just quietly, stopped working with Honey without any explanation to their users. So, and Linus gave a reply, I think, to this on his podcast. He briefly mentions that he was confused on to why the Megalag only singled him out, but it didn't felt like he singled him out. He just mentioned that, yeah, Linus Tech Tips being a big YouTuber, he must have at least addressed this to users so that it would have been caught earlier on. He was just butthurt that, yeah, he singled me out, I just don't understand. Yeah.
Front for the ad and then stealing from their back pockets. So what do we do about it? What is the actual answer here? I think obviously number one is uninstall Honey if you have it installed.
Yeah, uninstall that, man. Uninstall fucking Honey immediately.
If you didn't ever install Honey, good for you. Keep it that way. And then you can actively go around and tell people, like warn people not to install Honey because it actively takes away from the blogs and creators that you could be supporting. And then for me personally, so I had 3 videos sponsored by Honey. These were all S20.
Yeah, he briefly
Long story.
mentions
But what
about
I've done is I've gone back
his 3
and with
videos
YouTube's
only.
editor, you might know.
He goes back and he just cuts them out. They just also explains why it is difficult.
It's a no-brainer. Other creators love working with them. but clearly nobody had seen the things that
Yeah, the other creators, it might be difficult for other creators, you know. And that other thing was like Markiplier was the only guy at the time to refuse the honey, you know, deal, because he asked the same question like there has to be something wrong. He predicts it in 2020. Yeah.
being very suspicious of them, but still nothing ever really came of it until this Megalag video surfaced everything. So shout out to him for actually going in and showing the
Huge shout
affiliate
out.
code poaching and for doing the research for all of this. He says he has more videos coming up on this too. I think the crazy thing to me is just that it was all happening in plain sight. Like this honey.
I believe the part two might be how Honey sort of bullied the websites into joining their Honey affiliate program. And that's a speculation, you know, even I don't know. That's what I'm speculating. They could have easily, uh, you know, scared them outright. Like, if you didn't join our affiliate program, we will just scour the entire internet and make sure every purchase that is happening from your website is of the highest coupon code. We'll just find and you know, bring your market down unless you join our affiliate program. Then you get to choose how much coupon discount you want to give. That way we won't hurt you, otherwise we will come for you. At least that's what I am guessing the part 2 would be.
Honey was owned by PayPal, and this wasn't like some shady thing they were doing on the side to win some extra revenue that PayPal didn't know about.
It's
No,
fucking
this
PayPal, man.
is their revenue. Like this is the thing that they do to make money. This is their business model. So uninstall Honey. Stop using Honey if you already have it. Don't install it if you weren't going to. And yeah, time to get super selective about sponsors on YouTube, especially in 2025. For me, that basically just looks like being extra committed to the long-term channel partners that I have, like dbrand and the collaborations with Ridge and things like that. Those I know are great. But yeah, just a little extra food for thought. And if you don't know, now you know. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, man. So bottom line, uninstall Honey. Don't install if you didn't install it already. So that's it for this video. Bye now.